Hi guys, I am Roronoa. This video is about the part 1 of What If Goku Was in Fairy Tail. Hope you like my video. Please subscribe to Roronoa TV for more fanfiction crossover videos. So let's get started. By no means was history supposed to be altered. Interfering with time leads to higher debt consequences. As of now, numerous timelines fell in the hands of this unavoidable catastrophe, and it didn't stop there. The number kept rising up. Because of this, history was being altered, and soon, things were going to turn out bad for Son Goku of the 7th universe. In the Universe 6v7 tournament led by both Destroyer Gods, there was a huge change. Son Goku, who stacked the Kaioken X10 on top of SSJ Blue, was holding off fine against the infamous assassin of Universe 6, Hit. The final match that decides a winning universe was concluded, with Son Goku pulling off the win for Universe 7. But that wasn't supposed to happen. In the original event, he was planning to fall out of the ring due to his limited time of using the Kaioken and after dealing with the pain from using it for too long. With Goku ringing himself out, the strongest fighter that Beerus fought was supposed to be up next. Seeing as though Monaka isn't quite the fighter from appearance alone, Hit was supposed to fly out the ring all dramatically as a way to pay back his debt to Goku. But instead, their fight took a huge turn. SSBKK times 10 Goku had blasted a full-powered Kamehameha to Hit, who was in the air, to end the match. After the conclusion to the fight and Beerus's wish for Universe 6 Earth's revival, Goku and friends managed to settle down back at Capsule Corp while Beerus and Whis returned to their planet, after stuffing themselves silly as usual. In the Capsule Corp. Ha ha ha, man. There's nothing greater than to eat as much as you want right after finishing up a tournament. It's true, I love fighting because I want to fight the strongest there is, but I also love the food that comes after working a good sweat. Goku pats his belly from overeating too much. Well, I'd say you guys earned it, Goku. That Hit guy from Universe 6 was really something, wasn't he? If I'm going to be honest, I wasn't sure if you were going to pull off the win. With the way he took my Vegeta down, I thought our Earth was doomed. Bulma said, feeling relieved that their universe won. Hemp. Time skip. If my fight with him had continued to press on, I would have picked up the same idea Kakarot did. Garg, a furious Vegeta bites his chicken leg ferociously after thinking about his defeat to Hit. Hey, cheer up, babe. I know you could have beaten Hit if you went after Goku. That's nothing my big strong prince couldn't do. If you know what I'm getting at, haha. Bulma had one eye closed, giggling as she was teasing her husband. Bulma. Vegeta was a bit red from Bulma's teasing game, still, to think he could improve like Saiyan. He would fit better as a Saiyan, seeing as though he's a warrior at heart. It's not that hard to tell. Hell, he would have loved a good fight as any other Saiyan would. Yup. Vegeta's right. If there's one thing to take accounted for, it's that we love to fight. There's nothing like wanting to fight someone strong because it makes my blood boil. Sigh, I know all that, and speaking of love. Goku, I'm just wondering about this, are you ever gonna find another woman since you know you and Chi-Chi broke up? I mean, it wasn't like you to do something like that. No offense, but you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. The breakup happened 2 days right after SSJ Blue Goku eliminated Frieza with the Kamehameha during the end of the resurrection of F arc. Constant nags and complaining were coming from Chi-Chi non-stop after somehow finding out Goten was there at the scene of the crime. Strangely enough, Goku had snapped. For whatever reason, Goku started acting very differently than how he normally acts. With it being so unexpected, he demanded a divorce. Chi-Chi had no idea why or how he came up with such a thing, but it happened. Thanks to the divorce, Chi-Chi lost custody over Goten as he and Goku stayed at Gohan's place. That's a good question, Bulma. Probably not. Love was never on my mind really. Unless we're talking about food, then hell yeah. I love food. Hey. Typical. Listen, I don't expect you to know what love is since you're a fighting freak, but if you're somewhat interested, go speak to your son Gohan about it. After all, he does have a wife and kid. Bulma suggested. Gee, Bulma, do you really think I should? I don't really know if I should though. It's not in my area for that sort of thing. Goku wasn't considering the thought of love. Haha, oh, this is just rich. A clown looking for love advice from his son. Haha. The thought of Goku looking for love advice puts a smile on Vegeta's face. Hey, stop being mean, Vegeta. It's not Goku's fault he's an idiot. He's been that way since we first met. Don't blame him for not being experienced in that sort of that thing, you big dummy. When pigs fly, Bulma. I don't expect Kakarot of all people to find another woman right off the bat. It's not in his nature to do so. Why, you know I'm standing right here, you guys. Okay. And Vegeta and Bulma said, giving him the eyebrow. Well, I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll be back. He stood up from his seat and went inside to find the nearest bathroom. The moment Goku went inside, that was the cue for Vegeta and Bulma to spark their own conversation. Mostly about the strange behavior in Goku over the past few days. So, do you have a clue as to what's wrong with him, Vegeta? Since Frieza's defeat, Goku's been acting all strange. Your guess is as good as mine. Kakarot's an idiot most of the time since that's his character, but to use big words and get extremely pissed off at his wife, it's very unsaiyan-like. Yeah, no kidding. I wonder what goes on inside his mind. For what it's worth, I just hope it's not something major to frap over of. Hemp. Kakarot may have suddenly changed, but this change in him doesn't affect our rivalry. At least I hope it doesn't. I can't be number one if all of a sudden he decides to give up fighting for good. Just for the sake of it, Vegeta, let's keep an eye out for him. I mean, who knows what else he might do that'll raise the unexpected bar, okay. Fine. If you're that worried about Kakarot, then I'll help you watch out for him. But, when he's right in the head as he usually is, I'll stop watching him and fight him to take back what's mine. Done deal, sweetie. Bulma smiled at him. Afternoon, at Gohan's place. As instructed by Bulma, Goku teleported to Gohan's house to ask about love advice. Both the Saiyans were in the living room, sitting on the couch as the love talk was about to begin. I don't see why not, Dad. I'd be happy to tell you all about it. But, I'm just wondering here. Why are you so interested? Is it because you're easily influenced by Bulma or something? Hee, you got me there, Gohan. Laughing it off, Goku scratches the back of his head. Since before and after the tournament with Beerah's brother, Bulma's been nagging me about finding a new person in my life. Which is weird, I don't want to. But, Gohan followed after. Other than Bulma telling me, I suddenly have this feeling I've got to try it out. You know, that saying. Trying out new things. If you're able to, Gohan, you'll do me a huge favor here. Sure, you are my dad after all. But fair warning, you're going to be in one heck of a ride. Oh, yeah, I don't mind. But let me get some snacks. Goku said, running to the fridge. He grabbed a fair amount and proceeded to let Gohan have the floor. For 20+ minutes of explaining what love is and what he can benefit from it, Goku got the gist of it down. Hearing how love can boost one's strength, Goku was super intrigued. The talk about friendship, loved ones, and the power to protect by thinking about family and loved ones, Goku wanted to know if something like that was already playing out. I had no idea. And you feel that well towards Vital, Gohan. Goku looks at him with a sausage hanging out. To her and Pan too. Not to mention you, Goten, and even Mom. Do you feel that way with me? Of course I do. I'm not sure if I feel it though. Goku was quite confused about that part. Well, I'd be happy to explain more of this to you if you like. Oh, please do. I'm really eager to learn more. The front door opens up and the person coming in was the wife of Son Gohan. It was none other than the daughter of the people's champ, Vital Satan. Getting up from the couch, Gohan welcomed her home as the caring husband he is. Welcome home, Vital, he greeted Vital with a kiss to the lips. Gohan, I was only gone for about 20 minutes. Sometimes you worry too much. Vital smiles. I do, sorry, Vital. I guess I'm just a worrywart most of the time. Whenever you're out, I feel as though time goes by slowly. Hee, don't be. Vital kissed him back. It's very cute of you to do that. Pan, who was in Vital's arms, said. Hey there, Pan. How's my favorite daughter doing? Pan started hovering over Gohan and flew past him to the living where his grandfather resides. Pan, both Vital and Gohan chased after their child into the living room. Coming in, they saw Pan being thrown in the air by her grandfather, Goku. Hey, there you two, this your kid. Goku smiles at them. Goku, Dad. Vital said. I didn't know you'd be here, I thought you were with Mr. Whis. Guess he's not in session, Yeah, I'm afraid not, Vital. Well, it's great that you're here. Where's Goten? He's hanging out with Trunks at Capsule Corp. Something about wanting to sleep over for the night. Well, then you're just in the nick of time. I'm just about to set up dinner, would you mind babysitting Pan while I make us dinner? Would I? Goku's eyes sparked from the anticipation of Vital's cooking. The fairy tale verse. On Earthland lies the human population to where almost anyone can wield magic. And those who can wield magic comes a guild. Guilds are a common thing on Earthland since it's what mages do to function out their lives every day. One guild, in particular, stands out to the public. Being acknowledged as the #1 guild again, it was none other than Fairy Tail. Leaving the capital after being thrown a banquet by the Princess of Fury, they were welcomed back by the townspeople. In Magnolia, Fairy Tail waves their hands in victory as they take their crown back from Sabretooth after 7 long years. Party confetti was thrown in the air to show appreciation of Fairy Tail's hard work. And with that, they were all back at their guild hall. 2 days after their victory at the Grand Magic Games, things were back to normal at the guild hall. Well, normal is an understatement. Every day's a busy day, so people were coming in out and of the guild hall, taking on missions that suit their rank. Speaking of missions, Team Natsu had just returned from the one they took, and above all else, Natsu was in a happy mood. Ahahaha. That's a mission too easy if ya ask me. Bahaha. Natsu boasted. Aye sir, that missions was super duper easy as heck. Happy joined in on his boasting. Well, maybe it's because Urza, Gray, Wendy and I accompanied you, Natsu. And besides, it was hard. We were just lucky that battle came out empty-handed on the enemy's side. Lucy brings up. She's right, Pyro. Don't think for a second you're hot stuff since you dealt with the final blow. Gray was annoyed with Natsu's antics. The hell you say to me, Ice Queer? You wanna fight me or something? Thought you never asked. I think it's about time we show our guild buddies who's the stronger one here. Hey, in your dreams, Frosty. No, in my dreams they never find your body. The trash talking entered a new level as Natsu Dragneel and Grey Fullbuster proceeded to headbutt each other, extremely hard. Cross-popping veins exploded on their faces while holding their own ground. You're going to wish you hadn't bumped heads with me, Grey. Natsu said, gritting his teeth. Oh please, that's my line, flamethrower. Grey fights back. Now, you guys. If you both want to fight, take it out in the Green Plains. I don't want you to destroy this guild with your meddling fight. Makarov suggested. TCH, fine by me. Let's go. Both Natsu and Grey said, agreeing to take their feud to the Green Plains. Late evening, Gohan's place. The food made by Vital puts Goku's stomach in a happy mood. So happy, it made Vital glad her cooking was up there to Chi-Chi's level. Although Goku may be done with eating, Gohan and Vital was barely done with theirs as they had to feed Pan. Pan didn't want to eat her food and instead, fought back against her parents to avoid the nasty baby food. Oh, man, that hit the spot. Goku said, picking his teeth with a toothpick, your cooking is as good as ever, Vital. Da. Pan said in agreement, you like the food too, Pan. Goku looks at his granddaughter. Da. Pan smiled at him. It was her way of agreeing even though she was fighting. So Dad, after everything I told you, you get it now. Love isn't for everyone, but if you want to have a crack at it then by my guest, I won't hold you back. Gohan said as he finished his explanation. You bet, Gohan. I'm totally interested in love, but I don't want to think of it right now. I just want to focus on getting stronger so I can have another shot at Lord Beerus. Said Goku. Sigh, typical Goku. Vital said, seeing Gohan chuckle at his father. Say, Dad, since you're done with your dinner, would you mind doing me a favor? Gohan asked. Sure, son. What's up? Gohan ran to his room and out came back with a load of textbooks he had borrowed from Bulma, and being such a nerd that he is, he read through all of them in a week. Walking towards his father, he gave him the textbooks. You see, Bulma let me borrow her books for some studies I'm doing at my workplace, and what she gave me turned out to be the ones I really need in my studies, so I'd like you to use your instant transmission to teleport over to her. Sure, no problem. Since Whis won't be here for a while, I won't have much to do, so I might as well run an errand for you, right? Goku said, holding onto the textbooks like it was nothing. To which it was. Thanks, Dad. I owe you one. Oh, and tell Bulma I said thanks. Right. I'll see you guys later. Goku disappears using instant transmission. You two sure are close, huh? Vital said as she smiles. I'm his flesh and blood, so yeah, of course. I'm just wondering what might transpire for him since I told him about love and such. It's a big world out there, Vital. My dad thinks about fighting 24/7, so this is a nice change of pace. Okay, Pan. Gohan clapped his hands, time for you to take a bath. Da. Pan didn't want to take a bath, so she makes her escape by flying through a window from the living room. Pan. Gohan and Vital rushed out to catch her. Capsule Corp. In Bulma's lab, she had been working on a project for the past week. This project was something to help defend herself if she was ever in a pickle. Sometimes, she can't always rely on her husband and son to protect her, so to improvise, she decided to make a specific kind of gun that's only fueled on energy. Hey, Bulma, Goku said, arriving with the books. Bulma turns around and wipes her face. Hey, Goku. You're just in time. Oh, and my books. She walks over to him. Yay, these are the books you gave to my son, and I'm here to deliver them back to you, Goku said, later giving back the textbooks to Bulma. Bulma gets the textbooks off of him and sets them aside from her notes on the table. I can't thank you enough, Goku. Hey, since you're here, mind doing me a favor? Okay, what's up? Right now, I made a special kind of gun that runs on energy, so to test it, I need something or someone to withstand it with all their might. That way, I can see whether or not it'll be effective later on. So basically, I'm gonna be your guinea pig in this so-called experiment, right? Yep, right you are. Vegeta isn't here, so you're all I got to try this on. Bulma laughs like a mad scientist when she gave her answer to Goku. Vegeta isn't here. Where is he? Do you know where he went? Goku looks around. Oh, him. He went to go train with Whis. Bulma replied. What? Goku yelled. Whis told me he and Lord Beerus went to have some sort of destroyer meeting of some sort. Was he lying? Looks like the cat's out of the bag. Bulma sarcastically said, if you must know, Goku, before we headed out to that nameless planet for the tournament, Vegeta and I talked to Whis privately to ask him to give Vegeta some one-on-one training time. The reason for that is because he saw how you performed against Hit. He said something about how you're always one step ahead of him, so he wants to make sure you don't leave him out of the race. Typical Vegeta. Bulma nods her head left and right. Wait, how did Whis agree to all of this? Goku wanted to know. I bribed him with food, Bulma answered. Goku fell on his back comedically. Sigh, kind of a low blow from Vegeta if you ask me. I know, but there is a plus side to it. How so? What are you thinking, Bulma? Instant transmission. Can't you sense Beerus's energy now since you're able to sense God Ki? Oh yeah, that's right. How did I forget? Goku placed his 2 fingers on his forehead to try to catch a signal, but for no reason, he couldn't. Dang, no dice. Oh really? That's a shame. Bulma said as if she meant it, but the total opposite. Meaning this was something Vegeta told Bulma to say to trick Goku. As for Beerus's energy not being detectable, he was taking a nap as always. Okay, so since you're totally available, mind stepping on top of that X mark spot over there? Bulma points to the red X, sure. As Goku proceeds to walk over there. Okay, here we go. Bulma grabs the gun and waves it at Goku. Let's test this sucker out. This energy gun's loaded with Vegeta's energy. After about 2 seconds, she fires it directly at Goku. At first, the blast of the energy gun from the trigger release caused an explosion to cover up the entire lab room in smoke, but later dialed down. Bulma sees Goku in one piece with no minor injuries. Meaning it didn't do shit. Huh, well, I thought it would do some kind of damage since I made this strong enough to destroy a city, but it didn't do the trick with you. Go figure. Bulma was disappointed. It may have not done anything to me, but it tickled. Goku laughs. Just as when Goku was about to finish his sentence, a dark purple symbol appeared below the head of the gun. The symbol emulated a glowing dark purple miniature aura, causing the air particles to form behind Goku. As the next thing that happened, a dark energy wormhole appeared behind Goku's back and started to pull him in with strong force. Hey, what the heck is that? Goku turns around. Bulma was holding onto something due to the immense wind coming out of it. Something that appeared so sudden scared Bulma, but not all the way. Lending a helping hand, Bulma gave her left hand for Goku to reach. Goku, I don't know what that is, but you gotta grab my hand. Quick. Bulma gives out her left hand. In doing so, Goku tries to move forward to reach her hand, but no matter what, he couldn't. The force of the wormhole pulled an even greater force onto the Saiyan, forcing him to struggle even more. Damn it. Whatever it is, it's not letting me reach you, Bulma. Goku turns to his SSJ state, but all it did was absorbed his energy, making the wormhole stronger than it already is. Oh, crap. Well, that didn't work. The wind that came from the wormhole blew Goku and Bulma's hair at an accelerating rate, making it hard for Bulma to see. Catch. Hey, Goku, use your instant transmission to get out of it. Bulma suggested, as it seems to be the only good plan to do. Good call. For the time that he has, Goku struggles to put his 2 fingers on his forehead, making the situation even worse. No matter how hard he was trying, the force mechanism didn't allow Goku to use his trump card that gets him out of situations. This one, however, was an exception. Damn it, I can't, the pressure it's giving off is too strong for me to weave my 2 fingers to my forehead. Hey, what the? Catch, it's pulling me harder, Bulma. The wormhole succeeded in capturing Goku. Pulling him inside, the size of it started to get smaller and soon, everything went back to normal and the wormhole was gone. It was failed attempt on Bulma's end because she wasn't able to run save Goku with her given hand, and just like that, she saw her old friend disappear in front of her eyes. Oh no, Goku! Bulma cried out. The fairy tale verse. As it was said by the third master, the entire fairy tale headed to the Green Plains. It was the perfect place to spar since the space in Green Plains was large as heck. For the match between Natsu and Gray to start, the two were at the center of it. While the rest of Fairy Tail sat on custom-made bleachers farm folks made as a way to show their admiration. Okay guys, place your bets. Mira Jane said, who do you think will come out as the strongest in this fight? The Fire Dragon Slayer, Natsu Dragneel? Or will it be Gray Fullbuster who uses ice make magic? You know, I'd have to give this one to Natsu. We've all gotten a lot stronger, but I'm thinking he's the one to top it. Lucy said. TCH, how absurd. Obviously, my darling Gray will be the one to come out on top. Nothing matches him in strength or in beauty. Juvia gives her answer. Well, whoever comes out on top gets to fight me. For some reason, I'm in the mood to fight. Urza said, Lucy, you said Natsu's gotten a lot stronger than the rest of us. I beg to differ. You're forgetting I'm an S-class mage here, there's no doubt I can get even stronger too. Yeah, Lucy was sweating a little. Urza's right. A real man shows off how much stronger he's gotten. Natsu and Gray are manly since they're going to unleash their big guns. Does everything have to be manly, Elfman? Evergreen said, all annoyed. I think Natsu's got this one in the bag since you know, he's my husband after all. Lysina blushes to that saying. Husband, Lucy and Juvia said. He, well, I'm not sure who to root for. They're both our guild mates. Wendy points out. Oh child, there's nothing wrong about picking sides here. It's just a friendly match. Carla insisted. Well, I'm betting my money on Natsu, so you better win, Flame Ball. Kana gambled on Natsu as she later drinks her barrel. Pointless match. I'm a lot stronger than Frosty and Salamander, so why do I have to watch this garbage? Gajiel was unimpressed. Now, Gajiel. Levy said, just enjoy the fight here. It's something we could use since we're always fighting with other people. Oh, Levy, you're so smart. Jet compliments. No one can rival your kindness, Levy. Droy said as he was eating a drumstick. Not to mention I have to hear the fanboys compliment the small fry every hour. Gajiel said as he looked at Jet and Droy. Half the guild placed their bets on Natsu while the others on Gray. Since everyone had decided who to root for, it was show time. Natsu and Gray were stretching their arms and legs, and when they were done, they were waiting for their cue to start. Now, without further ado, let the match begin. Makarov said, blowing on a whistle to indicate the starting match. On high alert, Natsu and Gray collided with their fire and ice magic. Natsu throws in a fast punch, landing first blow as Gray responded back with an uppercut. In the air, Natsu manages to land on his feet and dashes to Gray again, but with 360 right kick to Gray's left hip. Ice make hammer. The hammer in Gray's hands manages to hit Natsu. A slam that hard sends Natsu a few meters away, causing him to bleed a little. PFFT, not bad, icy. But it's not good enough. Fire Dragon Iron Fist. Natsu manages to close in on Gray's lower body and lands a blow to his stomach, causing him to puke out saliva and blood. He didn't stop there. Natsu continues to turn up the heat up with a Fire Dragon roar as flame came out of Natsu's mouth. Straight away, the flames head towards Gray as he gets sent back due to the Iron Fist. Catch, if that's how you want to play it, ice make arrows. The multiple ice arrows managed to overcome the flames from Natsu, and after some time now, both Natsu and Gray started charging towards one another. Only to land equal blows to each other's faces. Both the boys smirked at each other. The match was intense and it continued until early evening. It's always exciting to see my children grow their potential even more because from the looks of it, both Natsu and Gray definitely have gotten a lot stronger, and I must say it's a great thing but also a frightened one. Mira Jane laughs. At this point, I'd say the both of might have a chance of reaching S-class. That is, they beat Guildarts, Urza and me. Urza nods her head in agreement. That's right. You're right on the money, Mira. From the looks of it, Natsu and Gray are gonna finish it off with this one last attack. Urza saw the boys jump away from each other. Heavy sigh, damn it Gray, I hate to admit it but you've really gotten a lot stronger. Right back at you, Natsu. Gray wipes the blood from his mouth and releases more of his ice magic, but unfortunately, we've got to end this fight right now. Gray looks at the sun, we've been fighting for far too long now, so what do you say we use our ultimate moves as a way to finish this match? Don't blame me if they can't find your body, stripper. Now let's end this, shall we? Now there's something we both can agree on. Both Natsu and Gray channeled out their magic even further and started to charge towards each other. Just at when they were about to land the final blow, they stopped at the last second. Looking up, they both saw the clouds starting to form, causing the sky to turn dark purple, which later ripped open a hole. The guild alongside with Natsu and Gray looked up in confusion as they saw a hole opened up in the sky. What the? Urza couldn't utter another word. Why did the sky turn so dark? Wendy said, I don't know but look. Something's coming out of the hole. Lysina said as she pointed towards it. Everyone was looking at the hole that was ripping the sky apart and soon they saw something huge come out of it. Something. Oh, shit, Natsu said, it's a meteor. That doesn't look manly. Elfman's eyes were shaken. Nothing is ever manly, Elfman. Evergreen said. Seeing the situation they were in, Natsu and Gray had to set aside their match because now, they've got bigger fish to fry. Immediately, everyone had the same thoughts about destroying the meteor. Quickly. We have to destroy that meteor before it causes some colossal damage to Magnolia. Mirajane encourages everyone. Everyone nodded their heads in agreement. Both Natsu and Gray were just about to use their magic on the meteor, but before they could, the meteor descended down at a rate faster than the human eye could see. Later, it crashed about a few miles away from Fairy Tail, but the collision to the ground caused the ground to form a crater as big as half the size of a spirit bomb. The explosion was a heavy toll, and what they were about to see was something they don't see every day. Shit, we were too late. Gray said, catching his breath from running too fast. Well, there was nothing we could do since somehow it flew right past us in a blink of an eye, Natsu admitted. Natsu, Gray, both of them turned around and saw Lysina and the others running towards them. A meteor that came from the ripped sky. That doesn't happen too often. Urza said, all right you guys, we have to see what's inside that meteor. Who knows the kind of threat it could impose on us if we let it fly by under our noses. Right. Everyone agreed. It took about 3 minutes for them to get there front and centered. By the time they all arrived, Lucy spotted a man coming out of the meteor with heavy injuries. Stumbling to stand on his 2 feet, the mysterious man was visible in Fairy Tail's eye. Holy cow, Lucy said, it's a person. That's insane. Was he inside the meteor? How is he still alive? From the looks of it, that man appears to be hurt. Urza said, pointing it out, his clothes are severely torn and his injuries seem to be serious. He needs medical treatment, quick. Juvia can't believe how a man like him was inside of a meteor. That's a good question, Lucy. I'm wondering how he's able to walk still after coming out from it. Yay, and his clothes are all ripped. That's not a good thing to do, you know, Gray said. How ironic, Lucy said, rolling her eyes at Gray. Closing in, Kana manages to get a good look at the shirtless man, who was Goku obviously. Just like with everyone else, she was speechless to see the mysterious Saiyan come out the meteor crash with his body function okay. We've had our fair share of weirdness, but seeing a meteor tear up the sky only for a man to come out of it, isn't something you see every day, Kana said as she closes one eye with her hand aimed back, showing her wrist while looking at Goku. Do you guys think something like this is a coincidence? Wendy wondered. She saw the unattended heavy injuries that Goku was showcasing. Could be, or it could be someone's idea of a joke. Kana assumed but didn't find it funny. Joke or not, something like this pisses me off. Gah, I get all fired up from just thinking about who could have done this to him. Natsu's angered face showed signs he wanted to find the perpetrator, but with no lead, he couldn't. Hee, that's Natsu for ya. He's not always one to forgive people who treat others badly. While looking at him, Lucy thought of the time she and Natsu found Yukino without a guild during Grand Magic Games. Enough with the idle chit-chat guys, we've got to help this guy. Lysina brings up. Yay, Lee is right. Let's take him back to the guild hall for Wendy to heal him. Natsu points out. Aye, sir, let's rescue this mysterious guy. Happy was on Natsu's head. Can't we just heal him right here? Lucy said but was ignored. Goku, who can barely stand, was having a difficult time understanding the words that were coming out of their mouths. His head was still catching a headache as he later groans a little in pain. His vision was failing him at the moment. What are these people talking about? Where am I? Man, my vision is so blurry I can barely see at all. Goku moves a bit forward but struggles. Crap, he's gonna faint. Quickly, someone catches him before he falls. Urza said. Everyone in Fairy Tale went down to help the shirtless Goku, and just when he was about to fall forward, a certain white-hair barmaid, who was Mirajane, caught him. I gotcha, Mirajane said. Goku's face fell on Mirajane's chest, causing her to blush a little with Goku unconscious to the core. Listener whistled. Well, this is awkward. What a playboy, Levy said. Well, that's one way to catch him, Makarov said. Now, let's get back to the guild and heal this man up to full recovery. Everyone nodded. Fairy Tale Guildhall, the infirmary room. In the infirmary room, Wendy manages to heal Goku's wounds but tells everyone he'll be out for the next 3 days. Everyone was okay with it, however, it was going to leave them with 3 full days of loaded questions they have for Goku. Master, Mirajane said, who do you think this man is and why did he fall out of the sky? That's a good question, Mira. We'll just have to wait and see. It's a bit odd though. How odd, Master? His face was between your melons, Mira my dear. Makarov smirked. You looked like you enjoyed it. Mirajane blushes and tries to change the subject. Master, he was unconscious. I had to use my breast as a safe landing for him. He's already injured as it is. Sure, but would you had done that to me? Makarov wondered. Well, I mean, Natsu could catch you if you're close to death. Ah, way to dodge the question, lucky bastard got to feel Myra's breast before I could. Whoever you are, you're a lucky person, son. Seconds later, Makarov sees Goku's upper GI in Mirajane's arms. Say, Mira, what's that in your arms? Oh, this. It's the mysterious man's shirt. I'm gonna do him a favor in sewing his outfit the best I can. To ensure it fits him properly. Right now, his shirt is torn to shreds so I can kill some time doing this. Okay, you do that. As for me, I'll just drink some booze. See ya in the hall, Mira. Makarov went out of the infirmary room to the bar counter where Lackey will serve him alcohol in Mirajane's place. Since Mirajane was left alone with Goku, she got to work in sewing his upper GI. Before she could get started, she stared at him aimlessly. She saw Goku's resting face and for some reason, she couldn't help but wonder who he is. She and everyone else will get their answer in 3 days, but until then, she's going to have to play the waiting game. The anticipation was killing her, so to help her mind think of something else, she got started on sewing. I wonder who you are. Mysterious man. 3 days had passed since the meteor incident took place. With Goku taken in by Fairy Tale, he was given watchful care when looking after him. The person who did the most care was the she-devil herself, Mirajane Strauss. The display of how the meteor incident occurred outside of Magnolia was the talk of the town. And with that, came conspiracies that could very much go out of hands. So, to make sure nothing or no one twist the facts here, Makarov went out of his way and told the townspeople about what they all saw, was merely a spell he came up with to demonstrate to his guild. Thankfully, the people bought his lie and went on with their day. With that, Makarov was relieved. His lie that wasn't resistant at all played in his favor and he was back under the Wizard Council's radar. Having to lie there in bed, Goku was witnessing a dream that kept replaying constantly the moment it ends. Outside, he was moving his bed around. Moving as he grunts, Goku wasn't looking too hot and the person who was taking care of him noticed. This was the same person who decided to sew his upper GI. Grab my hand, Goku. Bulma laid out her hand. I can't. The pressure. It's too much. Ah. The wormhole pulls him in. Oh, no. Goku. The wormhole started to shrink in size and within less than a second, Bulma no longer saw Goku in his range of sight. He was gone. Catch. No. Bulma. Coming out of his dream, Goku opened his eyes and sat up. Ma. A certain white-hair barmaid said this was confusing on Goku's part. Waking up, he noticed his upper GI was gone and noticed he was in bed. Was what he was dreaming fake? No, it wasn't. He knew that dream of the wormhole sucking him in was in fact real. He had no doubt about that. Dreaming of the same event over and over again just isn't normal for a person. As to where he is, he looked around. That's weird. This isn't Bulma's lab. Goku looked what was in front of him and toward his right. My energy was sucked by the wormhole when I turned SSJ. And now, it's back. He was clenching his fist, later flipping his hands around. How bizarre. He got up from his nursing bed. Stretching his arms, he got started on his daily everyday warm-up stretches. After stretching his legs, Goku got into charging position. Since his upper GI was gone, he was half naked. But it didn't stop him from putting a smile on his face. Haha, now this is more like it. Ha, ah. In a charging key stance, Goku turned on his aura. Powering up by just a little, his silky white clear aura blew every bed against the wall. That included the chairs and curtains that occupies what an infirmary room has. Goku was satisfied with seeing his strength still at his arsenal. Or at least, that's what he assumes, anyway. How long I was sleeping. Goku checked himself out, but, I guess it doesn't matter. My strength seems to be all there as I hoped. Haha, I guess I should go find Bulma. Maybe this place I'm in is some secret room Bulma has somewhere in her house. A hospital room. Goku snapped his fingers. Yep, I'm in a hospital room. A hospital room. Goku started to get the chills as the one thing he fears the most when visiting the hospital surfaced his mind. Oh, no. If I'm in a hospital room, then that means. And needles. The thought of needles made the pure Saiyan feel attacked. To express how he feels, he started acting like a scared little kid. Not wanting a needle shot due to how pointy it is, made Goku scream with an immense hate passion for vaccines. Oh, crap. Am I in here because Bulma wants me to be vaccinated? Like hell. I gotta get out of here. Goku was standing in front of his destroyed bed. Thinking of the idea to escape the room, he didn't hesitate. In this situation, the fastest and most logical way to get out of a sticky pickle would be to use instant transmission. But, the thought never crossed his mind. Given how he's not all brain, he sticks with his legs and decided to make a run for it. Turning around, without realizing there was someone in front of him, Goku makes his move. With vigilant thoughts, Goku started to make his way out of the room. Taking 2 footsteps in the direction of the door, he stopped. The thought of needles was temporarily erased as his path got blocked by someone. Oh, whoa. Goku saw the girl in front him and thanks to the carefulness of his unfamiliar surroundings, he avoided falling on her. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize there was someone behind me. Oh, no, you're fine. I just came in, she said, throwing him off with a blunt lie. Wow, I didn't know Bulma hired new maids. You look too young to be one if ya asked me. Goku looked around her. Young. Haha, I guess all that take is a compliment. Son Goku. Goku waved his hand at her as he shows a friendly smile. Some friends call me Kakarot, but you can just call me Goku. He insisted. Goku. Okay then, Goku. It's nice to meet you. I'm Mira Jane Strauss, but you can just call me Mira. Mira. That's a weird name, but whatever. It's nice to meet you, Maid Mira. Hee, maid. Goku, what makes you think I'm a maid? Mira Jane couldn't help but giggle. Your black dress. Don't maids wear black? Oh, wait. They also add the color white too, don't they? It must be some kind of fashion sense. Well, I'm not a maid. I can assure you that much, Goku. You're not. Gosh, Mira. Then, why do you have on a black dress? It's because I want to wear it. Fun fact, Goku. I have 2 black dress but the one I'm wearing right now is my second one. That's cool, I guess. Goku said. So, where am I? Is this even Bulma's place? Looks a little old if you ask me. I don't know who this Bulma person is, but you're wrong. You're in a place filled with friends. Friends. But I barely know you. Goku looked down at her feet and went up to her face. She noticed Goku eyeing her, so she gives him a friendly smile. Well, you did just wake up. So, it'd be weird to call you a friend. Mira Jane thought, but, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Goku was confused. Not at all, Goku. We can be friends. Even if you came out from a meteor, I don't see why not. Mira Jane didn't mind one bit. Okay then. Goku accepted her friend request and welcomed her in open arms. I guess we're friends, Mira. Indeed we are. There was silence for about 5 minutes. It was a bit awkward to say the least, but Goku decided to break it. He noticed his upper GI was in his new friend's arms. But he couldn't be too sure. The reason why he assumed that was because of the orange color. It was risky, but he went for it. Hey, Mira, by any chance, is that orange my? Goku asked. He was pointing towards it with his left index finger. Your shirt. It is. Given how this was made, I tried my best to sew it up that's similar to your liking. She hands the upper GI to him. If I got the measurements wrong, then I'm sorry. Putting on his upper GI, it manages to fit Goku nicely. It was a nice match and Mira Jane couldn't be any more proud of her work. Goku's resurrection of FGI was whole again and Hita was happy. Wow, you did a good job, Mira. When I came out of that meteor, I could have sworn it'd be impossible to fix. But you did just like that. You're amazing. Oh, it's nothing, really. Mira Jane took the compliment, I'm just happy it fits you. It took me 3 days to figure out what the design was. Design. Goku took a look where Whis drew his symbol at. Wow, you even got Whiz's symbol right. Whis. Oh, my bad. He's my master. Whis is this guy who drew this on my outfit when he was training me. He's unbelievably fast, Mira. I didn't even notice he drew on me until he pointed it out. He must be one heck of a master to pull the trick on you, Goku. So, is the shirt I sewed to your liking? Yep. Down to the very last inch, Mira. Thank you. Goku uses his manners from King Kai and bowed his head to her. My, you certainly have manners. Oh, and by the way, this was in your pants when we took you in. She hands Goku a square container. This is, he opens it up, yay, it's the capsules Bulma gave me. Capsules. You kinda have to explain this to me because I don't understand a single clue on what you're talking about. Well, it's a long story, but hey. You've got some serious talent for fixing my GI right up. You rock. Yay. My pleasure. Oh, that's right. I have some questions to ask you. Go for it. Mira Jane was open to questions. Before she could answer any of his questions, Mira pulled up a pair of chairs for both of them to sit and chat. Where am I? You said Bulma like you never heard of her. Something tells me I'm not in Capsule Corp anymore, am I? Nope. For all we know, you could be from another world or something. I mean, you coming out of that meteor proves so, otherwise. I don't get it. Goku tilted his head right. You're probably from another world, Goku. I say this because you don't see a meteor tear up the sky every so often. Goku was taking this in without having any sort of problem to it, so, if I'm from another world, how did I get inside? I have no idea, but I can tell you this. The meteor you were inside of must have served as transportation to this world. That's what I'm basing it off of, anyway. Oh, that seems to make sense. Could you tell me where I'm at then? If I'm not back in my world, then where am I? This isn't a hospital, but there are many beds here. I'd be happy to tell you. It's a bit too long to go over, so I'll give you the fundamental breakdowns of what you need to know about Earthland. Earthland must be their way of saying Earth. Lay it on me, Mira. Goku was ready. Mira Jane got started on explaining where they're at. Chipping Magnolia and the roots around Earthland, she moved on to guilds. She tells him guilds are a common thing in Earthland. People operate with magic that registers them as mages, and when learning how to do certain magic abilities, comes forming a guild. That's where Fairy Tail comes in. Mira Jane tells Goku about how Fairy Tail's a guild filled with friendship and loved ones. One could even consider it to be family. A guild that accomplished so much during their 7-year hiatus, accomplished more during the Grand Magic Games. Taking the title as #1 guild, Goku thought about wanting to fight her and her friends. But, there was also something else that intrigued him. Hearing about Fairy Tail being a guild of family and cherished loved ones, Goku made the comparison of what his oldest son told him. The power to protect by thinking about family and loved ones. After explaining a beginner's guide about what to know about Earthland, Goku had come to a decision. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Mira, let me join Fairy Tail. Goku's voice spoke with excitement. You do. Your story about Fairy Tail and the battles you all fought convinced me to join. I want to join your guild so I can have a taste of what it's like to protect people I love. Goku, I have no objections to you joining, but you don't fight to protect someone you love. Sort of. I usually fight for the thrill of it. I see. Mira Jane's left side shows a sweat, so if I'm hearing this right. You want to join to fight my guild? Not to mention the power to protect my loved ones. No one aside from me knows you, Goku. Yeah, that's right. No one doesn't. Wait, that's perfect. You do. If I join, I could protect you. Protect. Mira Jane blushed a little. I may be a girl, but I'm not what I appear to be. I know. In your story, you said you're an S-class mage, right? That means you're super strong. And I want to fight the strongest there is. The more Goku kept talking about wanting to fight someone strong, the more he clenches his fist from the sheer thought of it. You're a strange one, you know that. You remind me of Natsu by a lot. The heck's a Natsu? Can you eat it? He had a question mark above his forehead. Mira Jane comedically fell to the ground, but later got back to her seat. No, you can't eat him. He's one of the many mages in Fairy Tail. He's very strong too. Is he stronger than you, Mira? Good question. I'm not sure, but if we're basing it off by rank, then no. I'm stronger than Natsu. Really? Then we've got to have a friendly spar, Mira. I want to fight you since you're stronger than him. Goku got out of his seat and leaned forward to Mirajane. Whoa. Hold up. Goku. Baby steps here. What's up? I'd be more than happy to fight you, Goku. But that won't be until you become a member. Oh, really? I guess you're right. From someone so young, you must really be all brawn with a brain too, huh? Goku gives out another compliment. Young. Unless the meteor damaged your brain, Goku, you're just as young as I am. Hey, did you say we're both young? Goku didn't know why she would say that to him, but he was about to find out. Yeah, here. Mirajane handed him a hand mirror. Call me a blind bat, but you look like the same age as I do, said Mirajane. Holy crap. I do look young. With the hand mirror in his right hand, Goku looked around his face and couldn't believe it. He had even touched his facial skin to see if he was hallucinating, but to his surprise, he's not. Goku, is everything alright? Mirajane wondered as she tilted her head to her left at Goku's actions toward the mirror. I really do look young. I look like I first fought Piccolo in the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament. Mira, you don't see me as an old man or something. Goku was careful with words. Unless you have wrinkles, I don't. I wonder why he referred to himself as old. Maybe the impact of the meteor caused him to have some screw loose and that's why he's thinking this way. I'll ask again. Goku, are you okay? Oh, yeah, I'm just surprised, that's all. Really, I am. Goku handed back the hand mirror to Mirajane, making her place it on the ground. So, we've talked about the fundamentals of this world and what goes on in it. Mages who can do magic, form guilds as you see today. And the best one is Fairy Tail, right? Goku claims. Yep, you got it right. Good job, Goku. To reward him, Mirajane gave him a head pat. Mira, I'm not a dog, you know. Goku said, looking at Mirajane's smile as she continued to pat his head. I'm aware of that, she said as she continues to pat him. If you're aware, then why continue the head pats? You wanted to join Fairy Tail not only to fight the strongest of the strong but to also have a motive to protect a loved one, right? Since I'm the only person you know so far, I've decided to protect you too. Why? That's no need, Mira. I'm a lot stronger than you. Goku confirms this by waving his right hand no. What do you mean, why? It's because we're family, Goku. Whether you're stronger than me, we all look out for each other. Is that right? Yep. Also, that's a bit rude. You wouldn't know if you're stronger than me because we haven't had our duel yet. To have our duel, I need to become a member. Not member, Goku. You need to become a part of our family. Mirajane puts a lot of emphasis on family, and that's right. Since you're awake now, everyone in our guild hall would like to meet you. From there, you can meet with our master. He can officially welcome you to Fairy Tail once you get to meet him. Right. Then what are we waiting for? Let's get going, Mira. Goku got up from his seat. Yeah, leave it to me. Here, give me your hand. Okay. Together, the two were holding hands. With Mirajane leading the way, Goku was about to get his first impression on Fairy Tail. During the ride to the main hall, Goku had felt something. It had something to do with holding Mirajane's hand. For whatever reason, he was liking it. Holding hands with Mirajane was putting him in a happy mood, and to call it an odd pleasure, he had a desire to stay like that forever. But, holding hands doesn't last that long. A minute passes and the two arrived at their destination. For being asleep for 3 straight days, showing the new member the guild hall was a way to get some fresh air. Unless seeing strangers tear up the place with bottles, barrels, chairs, and people, it would be an understatement. Meeting almost everyone Mirajane described in her lecture earlier, Goku didn't picture meeting Fairy Tail like this. He imagined them as warriors who love to fight since it's in Fairy Tail's nature. He didn't expect to see half of the population to be filled with girls too. He's not sexist though, he hasn't fought the opposite gender in a while. Not since the Snake Princess on Snake Way. Seeing it before his eyes, Goku was at a loss of words. When you said Fairy Tail's the strongest guild. This isn't how I imagined it. Goku stared at the members picking fights with each other. It may look like a disaster, but trust me, it's mostly not. When it comes right down to it, we certainly put on our A game to win all our fights. Well, most of them. Oh, I see now. So, you guys are one of those people that mess around, but when it's time to play ball, you guys get into gear, huh? That's precisely right. It's like you know us already. Mira Jane smiled at him. Yay. He looks at their hands that were still together. Another thing, Mira. How long are you gonna hold my hand? He asked. Oh, my apologies. I got so distracted in seeing our guildmates being thrown across the hall. I hadn't realized our hands were still together. How embarrassing. Mira Jane's face was a little red. Well, aside from holding both our hands for too long, I didn't mind. You don't. Mira Jane was quick to react as she looks at his face. Yeah, your hand is super duper soft, Mira. I wouldn't even notice if it was your hand unless you pointed it out. That's how soft it is. Goku, usually, when being complimented by boys a lot, she would shrug it off with a smile. But with Goku, she took the compliment with a tiny tint of blush. Thank you. Why am I feeling so strange? I hardly know the guy and suddenly I feel like I've been married to him for years. His compliment was the same as other boys I see on the street whenever I go shopping with Lysina and Elfman. So, why did his feel so real? So, which one is Natsu? He's the guy with the pink hair and scarf around him. Mira Jane pointed. Wow, so that's Natsu. Huh, he does look strong indeed. That's Natsu for ya. Now, with all the commotion going on, I don't think they know we're here. I'm gonna get their attention before our guild hall gets destroyed again. Hey, everyone, look who's awake. Mira Jane shouted. Her announcement made everyone stop what they were doing. From throwing tables and people, they all stared at Goku. Mainly his hair. All of them never saw a hairstyle that spiky before, much less how it was styled. Being eyeballed by his hair, Goku had no idea what was going on. Not being able to pick up the fact they were staring at his black spiky hair, he assumed they were staring at him directly. The silence broke when Natsu awkwardly ran up to Goku and Mira Jane to greet him. He gives a happy grin as he started to introduce himself. Hey, spiky man. The name's Natsu Dragneel and I'm a dragon slayer. And this is my partner in crime, Happy. Pleasure to meet you, spiky man. Happy said, standing on Natsu's left shoulder. Whoa, a talking cat. Goku said as he was getting Korean vibes from seeing the blue exceed. Yup, that's my buddy, Happy. Through thick and thin, we've encountered a lot challenges together. Oh, in case you were wondering, pal. I'm also a super strong dude, he brags with pride. I figured you were, Natsu. You just look powerful. Goku compliments, so, what can you do? Hee, I'm a fire dragon slayer. Fire dragon slayer. Now that just sounds strong. Goku was getting pumped with the information he was swallowing. Right, you're looking at Fairy Tail's strongest mage. If I take out Laxus, Guildarts, Mira and Urza, then technically, I am. To show Goku his confidence, he pointed up at the roof with his right index finger. Okay, first of all, that's a load of bull. Secondly, I'm Grey Fullbuster and just to inform you, I'm way stronger than Ash Breath over there. The hell did you say, Frosty? Natsu's shark teeth surfaced as he pokes in Grey's territory. What? You deaf or something? I guess the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. Grey stands his ground as he fights back. Oh, that's it. I've had enough of your bullshit talking. It's time I'd shut you up with my fist. Should you be stopping them? Goku looks at Mira Jane. Oh, there's no need to. Those two fight each other every day whenever they get the chance. It's no surprise they would fight on the day you wake up too. However, those two tend to get ahead of themselves, which would always prove fatal for them. Fatal. See for yourself. When Goku turned back around, he noticed a red-haired female in armor walking up to them. She was annoyed they would fight the moment Goku had woken up, so she punched both their stomachs and threw them at a table. After she took care of them, she turned around to greet Goku with a confident smile. Hi there, I'm Urza Scarlet. It's nice to finally meet you in person. Yeah, likewise. I'm Son Goku, but you can just call me Goku. Both of them stuck out their hands. Taking in a handshake, Urza noticed Goku has a strong grip. For a person so unknown to Fairy Tail, she had a feeling Goku isn't a person to be taken lightly. My, you certainly have a tight grip. Oh, thanks. Right back at ya. I've never met a girl with this much strength from just a handshake alone. You can tell from a simple handshake. Yep, which means you must be strong as heck too. I'll take that as a compliment. Urza was astonished. Wow. For someone who had just woken up, you're surprising calm about what you're seeing in front of you, a blonde girl said, coming in on the conversation. And you are. Goku looks at her with curiosity. Hey, you're looking at the celestial mage of Fairy Tail, Lucy Heartfilia. Her right index and middle finger formed the peace sign as a way to show off a good impression on Goku. And it did. Celestial mage. That title alone makes me think you're a strong person too, Lucy. Her power comes from the zodiac keys she has around her waist. That's all there is to a celestial wizard. Other than that, she's basically weaker than most mages in our guild. Urza roasted. Hey, Urza, don't go telling Goku that. Lucy felt betrayed by Urza's choice of words. My bad, Lucy, she chuckled. Looking around, Goku saw a little girl with pigtails. It was the Sky Dragon Slayer with her female Exceed friend. Whoa, there's also a little girl here too. Goku was baffled. My name's Wendy Marvell. She bowed her head to display her manners, and this is my Exceed friend, Carla. How do you do, stranger? Carla waved at him like it was no big deal. Whoa, another talking cat. Oh, it's nice to meet you two as well. Goku used his manners as he was shown, bowing right back at Wendy. Oh, Goku, I'd like to introduce you to my siblings, Lysina and Elfman Strauss. Say hi, you guys. Hey there. Lysina waved with a cute smile. What's up there, Spikes? Seeing as though you were inside the meteor, it takes a real man to come out without losing an arm and leg. I commend you. Yay, I guess. Didn't know Mira had a brother and sister, though I guess both their white hair are a dead giveaway. Goku looks at them. When the greeting was getting good, he spotted a beautiful brown-haired girl who was wearing nothing but her dark top bra with dark distinctive tights. Since she was caught, she might as well walk to him to give herself an introduction. Hi there, Goku. My name's Kana Alberona and I'm a mage that deals with cards. Kana greets Goku with her charming smile as she showed one card between her right and middle index fingers. Hi, I'm Goku. Goku greeted back while staring at her abdomen. You don't have a shirt on to cover yourself, Kana. Hee, you like. Kana teased, but no. This is how I usually look. Kana said, some mages in this guild fight with a lot of skin showing, you know. Well, I know now. After that, Urza went on to introduce more members of Fairy Tail. The current master of Fairy Tail, Laxus and his crew, Team Shadow Gear, Gajil W. Lily and Juvia, Alzak and Bisca with their kid. Pretty much everyone who was present in the hall as of now. With the introduction of Fairy Tail coming to a close, it was now their turn to ask the questions. Team Natsu and a couple of other people crowded Goku's space with a huge load of questions that kept spewing out of everyone's mouth at once. So how did you get inside of a meteor anyway? Lucy asked. Why were you inside of a meteor in the first place? Wendy wanted to know. Are you even human? Gray wondered. Where on earth did you come from? Natsu asked rudely. Do you often travel in meteors? Urza assumed. What's a pretty man like you doing inside a meteor anyway? Kana teased but also wanted to hear his answer. Question after question gave Goku no time to reply to all of them. With his hands waving at them, it was a sign to give him some space. He was gonna answer all these questions, but one at a time. Whoa. One question at a time. I'm just one person here. Goku started to sweat. Well, it's not every day we see the sky rip open only to have a meteor come out of it. But, as you requested, we'll give you space. Makarov said. It's hard to believe that small old man is Fairy Tail's master. Wait, does that mean he's the strongest? I guess I'll start with what I am. With one finger up, he begins to explain, like you guys, I might look like a regular human, but I'm actually not. I'm a Saiyan born on Earth. Not this Earth, but another one. Saiyan? Everyone repeated. It's a warrior race that stands out than most races, you see. Goku went on to explain what a Saiyan is, and when finished, he talked about his dream about the wormhole calling his name. By sucking him in forcefully, it gives him a clear indication all that was real. And since it was real, that means Goku must be in a different universe. It was only an assumption. He wasn't too sure if he did enter a different universe, but he does know he can't sense his friends and son's energy anymore. Explaining everything on where he originated and how he, supposedly, got here, took approximately 20 long minutes. When he finished, the only thing that was happening next was mindless stares. The eyes of Fairy Tail were big as what they had just heard was nothing but an unbelievably made-up story. They didn't believe him and wondered if the meteor crash was pulling his strings. Natsu especially, found it hard to believe. He started to laugh hysterically afterward. Bahahaha. What a load of crap your story was, Goku. Wormhole. Saiyan. What even is that? I never took you to be such a comedian, man. You should get a standing ovation for your made-up story because it was nothing but hilarious. Good story though. Natsu's stomach was suffering from laughing too hard. Wow, you really show no remorse, do you, Natsu? You're so mean. What? He said he came from another world, Lucy. Like hell, I'll believe that. I'm with Natsu on this, it doesn't sound very manly to make up stories, and if you want my honest opinion, you kind of don't look strong at all. This, Saiyan, race you speak of, sounds like nothing a man like me can handle easily. Elfman taunts at him. Weird flex, but okay. I'm not lying though. What I said out of my mouth is nothing but the truth. 100%. Goku tried to convince them but failed too. You're saying it's the truth, but we're saying it's non-believable. Sorry, Goku. Listener agreed with Elfman and Natsu. Why would you think I'm making this up anyway? I'm not. Goku was kind of hurt they would think that way. Well, it does seem non-believable, if I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure how to take all of this in, Goku. What you're saying is something a delusional person would spout. You too, red hair girl. Goku said, later looking at Mira Jane, what about you, Mira? Do you think I'm making this up? Hard to say. I'm a little bit in between on this one. If you look at the statistics, I can somewhat believe you because of that wormhole. In my opinion, it looked like it was capable of ripping through space and time. So, is that a yes? It's in between, she pointed out to Goku. Oh, man. Goku was utterly sad no one had believed his story. He wasn't making it up, so what could be a way to help prove he wasn't lying? I don't see how I'm making this all up, you guys. I'm not that good at lying. It may seem far-fetched to hear, but it can also serve as an alibi for you, Goku. What do you mean, Gramps? You described your race to be one of the strongest there is in the cosmos, correct? Correct. Goku agreed by answering his question. Then, perhaps there was some truth to it. If it were an ordinary human inside that meteor, he or she would have likely met their demise the moment it crashed to the ground. But, Goku, you survived and is standing right in front of us as if it never really happened. Yeah, my kind gets stronger the moment we get to near death. Then I suppose it's believable. However, is there a way you can prove this awesome power your race provides? Makarov's curiosity was peeking out in desperation as he asked him that. You know what? As a matter of fact, there is. I could fight you guys. Hey, you want to fight someone? Makarov repeated his words. Yes. Earlier, I mentioned how Saiyans are incredibly strong, right? If I can prove that theory, then maybe you guys will start to believe me. What do you say, Gramps? I see no harm in doing so. Doing that would be the simplest way to convince us. I'm really curious as to what you can bring to the table, Goku. Since you brought up the idea of wanting to fight someone, you decide. I'll let you choose anyone in this guild hall to fight, but choose wisely because everyone here isn't exactly weak. Makarov advised, giving Goku a warning about what he's going up against. Alright. Goku jumped in the air. Okay. Let's see now. Who should I pick? Everyone looks so strong, it's hard to choose. Oh, I know. I choose you. Goku pointed at Natsu. You said you're the strongest in this guild. Well, hearing that makes me want to see what you're really made of against me. Oh, hell yay. Natsu said excitingly, I'm stoked you chose me, Goku. But you're also making a big mistake. What? Hold your horses, Goku. Are you sure you want to fight Natsu? Lucy asked. Natsu's really a strong person. He doesn't back against anyone. Not even to girls. I know. He looks like the type to fight anyone he sees in front of him. I can relate. Kind of. I was also thinking about wanting to fight Mira over there, but seeing as though she was the one who took care of me, I decided to not fight her. Not yet, that is. You're just digging your own grave, Mr. Goku. Natsu's not gonna pull any punches. Happy was Natsu's hype man. Good, I don't want him to anyway, Goku smirked. Is he mentally crazy or something? He'll get destroyed. Lucy was worried for Goku because he might not survive a Dragon Slayer's punch head-on. HMPH. A battle with the Nubian salamander. That's an unfair fight, Gajeel said, looking at Goku and assuming he wasn't much. Gajeel, you don't have to point out the obvious. Levi looks at Gajeel. Final warning, child. Is this what you want? Makarov wanted to make sure Goku wouldn't back down from his challenge. Without a doubt, Makarov. I just want to fight Natsu as his best already. My blood's boiling from just thinking about it. Goku clenched his fist. But, are you really sure you want to fight him, Goku? Mira Jane said, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You just recovered after 3 long days. If you battle Natsu, you might as well say you're going to get heavy injuries again. She was worried for him since she doesn't know how Goku fights. Yet, then, without giving it a thought, he walked over to Mira Jane to give her a head pat with his right hand. Hearing that, he was pumped up even more. No one in Fairy Tail knows how he operates, so he gets why Mirajane would worry for him. Rest assured, he can confirm this to her that she has nothing to worry about. His toughest opponent was a god of destruction after all. A measly human is nothing compared to Beerah's level. It's alright, Mira. For someone who watched over me for 3 days, I get why you'd be worried. Don't worry. I promise you I won't get my butt whooped. Goku said, promising the she-devil with a smile to assure her a victory. Are you sure? Natsu is really, really strong. Mirajane asked, checking if Goku's answer would be the same from earlier. Yay, I'm sure, he replied as he continued head pat her. If you're confident you can take Natsu, then I won't hold you back any longer. But, make sure you don't die or something. I don't know why, but during the 3 days I was watching over you, I felt as though you wouldn't wake up or something. We hardly know each other, but I got a little sad. Well, that makes things weird between us, Mira. Because I'm alive and well. But, you have my word. I won't die. I did say I wanted to protect you, didn't I? Dying after I said something like that doesn't hold much meaning if I can't get through a duel with Natsu. When giving his answer, Goku got serious for a change. Goku. Mirajane blushed again. She didn't know why Goku was so keen on wanting to protect her, but, it did move her a little. So, she smiled at him, okay. Come back alive so you can protect me. Yeah, count on it, Mira. Goku didn't feel anything when saying these cherishing words, but the more he uses them, the more he'll come to a realization. This is a warning to you, Mr. Goku. Natsu's really strong, so you better not take him lightly. Happy gave a warning to Goku, hoping it would send a chill down his spine. Myra's cheeks are red. It's often rare for a boy to make her feel that way. I wonder, what did the two of them talk about in the infirmary room when they were alone? Could it be Myra's falling for Goku? No, that can't be it. But, there is that saying. Love at first sight. Listener was puzzled as she was looking at her older sister. The opponent for Goku is chosen. His challenger will none other be Natsu. Now, without further ado, let's head to the promised land. Makarov instructed everyone who was present in the guild hall. All of Fairy Tail chanted their fist in the air. Filled with positive thoughts and anticipation, they couldn't wait to see how Goku would fare against a dragon slayer. Mirajane above all. With that in mind, they all headed back to the Green Plains. Seeing it now, it was going to become the battleground for the Saiyan God and the Fire Dragon Slayer. The Green Plains. In just about 3 minutes, another match was about to begin. With Goku and Natsu being the main event, the rest of Fairy Tail served as spectators as they returned back to the bleachers. The only difference to all of this is the huge crater the meteor made when it crashed. Goku and Natsu were next to the crater as the Fairy Tail spectators were far, far behind them. Both of them were warming up. Stretching their legs and popping their necks, they were just about ready to lay the smackdown to each other. Hearing it from Mirajane's mouth, Goku couldn't wait to experience the joy of fighting a dragon slayer. His expectations were so high, he was smiling. Natsu caught a glimpse of his smile and gave him credit for not backing down when he had the chance. So, to make sure Goku would get all his jewels worth, he was going to go all out on him. Props to you, Goku. You could have gotten off easily if you picked Stripper or Lucy, but you picked me. I don't know why you're smiling, but it's making me smile too. Natsu said, showing his grin to his opponent. What fun would it be if I fought an easy win? Fighting someone strong like you makes things more interesting, said Goku, clenching his fist after he finished his stretch. Hee, you talk big for someone who's going to get his ass kicked. Before we begin, are you sure you don't want to change opponents? I don't hold back on my punches. Nope, I'm good, Natsu. Other than to fight you out of the thrill of it, it's also a match to show everyone in your guild I'm not lying. As he gave Natsu his answer, he got into his battle stance. I've never seen someone take a stance like that before, Urza said, her eyes widen a little from seeing something new. And to top it off, he doesn't seem scared. Mirajane points out, does that mean Goku has something up his sleeve? He could just be overconfident, Mira. Gray assumed, let's not forget who he's facing. I'm not throwing any shade to Natsu or anything, but I have a feeling Goku might pull this match off. How would you know that, Kana? Lucy asked, looking at Kana drinking her barrel. Because, Lu, other than the meteor, we don't know anything about him. He could be the strongest in his world for all we know. Good point, Lucy murmured. Ahem, well, if we're done with speculations, let's get this show on the road. The rules are simple. The first one to knock the other one unconscious wins. Now, if the both of you are ready, let the match begin. Makarov blew on a whistle Romeo gave him. All right, here I go. Natsu didn't waste any time and charged straight to him. While charging at the Saiyan, both his fists lit up flames as it grew bigger in size. As he got up close, Natsu started off with the first move. With his right fire fist closing in on Goku's face, Goku pushed his body to the left in order to avoid his punch. It surprised Natsu, making him think Goku was quick on his feet. But he didn't stop there. As he turns around to face the Saiyan once more, Natsu gave Goku a warm welcome in his territory with a barrage of punches. Goku met his gaze steadily and replied with dodging each and every punch as if it were child's play. Seeing his punches get avoided so casually made Natsu a little nervous. The Saiyan's face didn't break a sweat and provoked him by staring at him as if he was bored. But that wasn't the case. To the spectators' surprise, they all saw how Natsu was having trouble with Goku. They saw the Fire Dragon Slayer grit his teeth aggressively as none of his punches came in contact. Needless to say, they were impressed with Goku. He's quite quick on his feet, isn't he? Urza said, focusing on Goku's perfect posture as he continued to dodge Natsu's punches. Not bad for someone who came out from a meteor. By the looks of it, he's giving Natsu a hard time. Gray said, looking at Natsu sweat unbelievably. Goku's amazing. I never imagined someone could dodge Natsu's punches like that. Wendy said, acting all excited. Salamander's about to lose his composure. Gajeel laughs at Natsu's downfall. The punch and dodge seminar went on for 2 minutes. Seeing Goku's face not taking a blow by Natsu's fist aggravated him. So, he did himself a favor and picked up the speed to his punches. However, it only leads to more frustration on Natsu's end. With his right fist aimed back, he furiously unleashed his latent fist of flames, aiming for Goku's face. And that's the end of the part 1 of What If Goku Was in Fairy Tail. Hope you like my video. Please subscribe, like and share Roronoa TV for more fanfiction crossover videos. Thank you for watching.